Good morning. Happy Sunday. Sunday. We have a reprieve from the rain today. I hope you are also having a reprieve from rain wherever you are, unless you need it, in which case I hope you get it. Two quick-ish topics to talk about today. Number one, this is a question that I'm posing to the anti-cop faction of the community. Would you trust a cop if he accused someone and arrested them for a crime, let's say simple battery or something relatively minor? Would you arrest, or would you believe the cop if there was no victim, if there's no one else accusing the person of doing the simple battery, just the cop? The cop's not saying he battered himself. He's saying that the person battered someone else, and that someone else is unavailable. We don't know who it is. Never seen him, no video evidence. Nothing other than the cop's word. Would you believe him? Dun 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 da 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 da. Bing! Time's up. I'm hearing lots of no's. No, I wouldn't believe him. No, I wouldn't believe him. In fact, do me a favor, pause the video at this point. Go down there and say, yes, I would believe him, or no, I wouldn't at this point. I'll wait. And if you've unpaused at this point, that's great. If you've commented, that's great. If you're waiting till the end, that's fine too. Free speech is a bitch. Anyway, I just want to point out that police lie. You know it. I know it. They typically lie when they're not under oath. They rarely, but sometimes, lie when they're under oath. In the case of the bicycle police officer that Jack is accusing, along with the department apparently, of giving a homeless person a shit sandwich, remember that the only evidence that that officer gave the homeless person a shit sandwich is the testimony of the officer. Remember that. And he made the statement out of court, not under oath. Remember that. Under oath, he changed his statement to make it seem much less, disgusting. The homeless person had apparently taken a shit, and the cop used a piece of bread because he didn't have any gloves available to pick it up and put it in the styrofoam container. Handed that to the homeless person to go throw away. That is a statement that the cop made under oath. Now, I think that's bullshit too. But hey, you guys are the suckers who are believing the testimony of a cop when you think cops lie. And he wasn't even under oath when he made the original statement. So, you guys are fucking hypocrites. Now let's talk about homeless people, because Eric Brandt, he's just a community darling, isn't he? Homeless people, there are two kinds of homeless people. There are those people who are homeless because they don't have a choice, because they can't function in society due to mental health issues. And then there are those people who want to be homeless. Well, maybe they don't want to be homeless, but they have done the math in their head, and they would rather be homeless and not have responsibilities and not have to work than to have to work and have responsibility and not be able to just day drink a 40. And here is a fundamental distinction between my position and Eric's position. My position is that we should make it easy for homeless people to get out from being homeless, and hard for homeless people to stay homeless. We should change the equation so that those people who can function in society, if it became better, more convenient for them to do so, will. Eric's position is to make it better for the homeless person for the day. Make their position more comfortable. He is incentivizing them to remain homeless. Now, why does it matter? Why does it matter, you ask? They're not hurting anybody. They're just being homeless. It doesn't hurt you if they're homeless. It hurts them if they're homeless. I disagree with you. I fundamentally disagree with you. My disagreement is in that they have a direct impact on property values. They have an indirect impact on money coming in from tourism. They have a direct impact on your taxes. Direct impact. Not only do they cost money, but there's also an indirect impact. You're gonna poop, aren't you? Thank you. There's also an indirect impact in that they reduce property values and reduce tourism, thereby reducing taxes. All right, hold on a second. We're going poop hunting. Oh, to verify, there's poop. And there is no poop. All right, I've got a bag of poop in my hand. I'm gonna tie it up and put it in my pocket. Poop in the pocket time. It's like a little hand warmer for your pocket, except it gets cold pretty quick, so it's not really useful. Anyway, people are much less likely to want to purchase property where there's a bunch of homeless people. Homeless people bring in drugs. They bring in litter. They smell. People don't want to be around them. And if you are thinking, well, you know, they're where they're legally allowed to be, so they should STFU and just accept these homeless people around them. Yes, to a point. The anti-loitering laws are legal. They're legal. If you're sitting around without purpose, then the city can have you move along. If you're panhandling, the city can have you move along. Or ticket you or arrest you. Now, the issue with homeless people is that citations and arrests are essentially meaningless. If a homeless person has no assets, then and they refuse to pay a ticket, then there's no way that the state can reclaim the money. And they'll just end up getting thrown in jail for a warrant or something like that. And the homeless person gets free nights in a heated or cooled environment with a comfortable bed and 3 meals a day. There's no real punishment. We've removed corporal punishment from the things that we can do, so there's no real effective way to disincentivize via the criminal justice system. But there are ways to disincentivize using other methods, like arresting them and throwing away all their crap, all their collected garbage. Oh, that's mean. Well, yeah, it is mean. But sometimes you have to punish people. You have to make them think that the consequences are greater than the reward. If you could lose everything, you might not take that small bet. You're mean, John, you're mean. Yeah, maybe I'm mean. Maybe I'm mean. But maybe everyone else is mean when they want to make it easy for these people to live their squalid lives. I hear stories about people going into the emergency rooms and things like that, going in for treatment, you know, hospitals when they have their contracts with the government. A lot of times they're required to take homeless people. They're required to take people with no insurance. And homeless people suck up a huge amount of resources. And they come in for things like being infected with lice and scabies and all sorts of other creepy crawlies. They come in with hepatitis from sharing needles. They come in drug overdosed. They come in with gangrene on their feet from injecting between their toes and having those, and then putting their feet back in their unwashed sock, their unwashed feet into their unwashed sock, into their unwashed shoe. You know, if you actually cared about that person, you would remove them from the situation where they are comfortable in living that lifestyle. You would make them want to change. You would make them want to better themselves. When a parent spanks a child for doing X, Y, or Z, it may not be because the parent was hurt, but it might be because the child is hurting him or herself. When the child wants extra chocolates or an extra serving of ice cream or something, that might not be in the child's best interest. Oh, you're a mean parent for taking it away. Or you're doing what's best for everybody by taking it away. Eric likes to make a big deal about shoelessness. Oh, it doesn't affect anybody. Absolutely. Hell yes, it does. I don't want to go into a restaurant where there's a bunch of homeless people with no feet or with no shoes on their feet. If they don't have feet, I guess I wouldn't really mind if they didn't wear shoes, but a bunch of homeless people, I mean, you don't know what's on the bottom of their feet. You don't know if they're going to put their feet up on the seat. You don't know what's going to go on. Just disgusting. It's just disgusting. So I'm not going to eat at that restaurant. So that restaurant is going to lose money as a direct result of having barefoot homeless people in it. And Eric's attempt to make it seem like there is some huge factor in Colorado, wherever the hell he is, that is preventing homeless people from getting shoes, that's bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. I know Walmart sells flip-flops dirt cheap. You could probably buy a $10 pair of shoes. Okay, it's stick time? No? All right. It is not a difficult thing. Shoes don't instantly wear out. If your shoes are wearing out, then you can definitely take the time. I mean, it's not like you have to make time out of your day if you're homeless. It's not like you have a regular 8 to 5 job. So you just go down to wherever they're giving them away, or you panhandle for enough money to buy yourself a new pair of flip-flops. There you go. Now you could ride the bus. Oh, you had money to ride the bus, but you didn't have money for shoes. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I mean, could it theoretically happen? Yes. Is it likely to happen? No. Is it a huge problem in the community that we need Eric out there to solve? No. Is the correct solution to allow for shoelessness? No. You know, things happen to feet. I've cut the bottoms of my feet and I wear shoes every day. You've gone to the beach and cut the bottom of your foot. Most people have cut their foot in their life. Your feet can get cut. You can get infections. You can spread diseases. Your feet are more likely to get hurt if you're not wearing a shoe. Shoes protect your feet. You step on something on that bus or on that train, and it punctures your foot, and then you sue. No, it's easier for them to have a rule that says you've got to wear shoes. On the off chance that you step on something and you hurt your foot. Now if you're wearing shoes, that's much less likely to happen. And they're much less likely to spend money. And I think that's a reasonable thing. I think it is unreasonable to require a business to spend more money on insurance to allow shoeless people on in Colorado, where you could damn well find shoes. There's no shoe shortage in Colorado. Anyway, back to my point. My point is that we should make it easy for people to get out of homelessness and hard for them to stay in it. That would be the best for everybody. It would spend the money that we're spending on taxes better. It would increase property values. It would increase tourism money. I mean, San Francisco's having a hell of a time because they're making it easy on homeless people. Ask if anybody wants to go to San Francisco and step over needles and human feces to go visit the sights of San Francisco, smell the urine of San Francisco. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.